YouTube MFFLs. Welcome to another video. You guys can't tell by my shirt, my background. I'm about to get into the Mavs. And so in today's video, guys, I decided to switch it up a little bit. Since the news cycle is a little slow right now before we get into training camp here in a few weeks, I decided to go ahead and just highlight the whole entire Maverick organization in general, the whole entire franchise in general, I should say, by giving you my top fives. Okay, so check this out. I know y'all probably thinking he's gonna do top five of all time. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna break down each individual position, and I'm gonna break it down just like that with a top five of each position. In this video today, guys, I'm going to be doing the top 5 point guards in Maverick history. This is my list that I made up. This is not some list that ESPN or somebody like that has done. This is my personal list. So if you guys want to debate that, go ahead and comment down below if I'm right or if I'm wrong. And so let's go ahead and get this started, guys. This is going to be, just to me, man, I think this is probably the deepest probably position in Maverick history, the point guard position. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it, guys. But before I give you my top 5, let me go ahead and give you my honorable mention. My honorable mention being Nick the Quick Van Axel. For some of y'all who probably don't remember, man, but Nick the Quick was one of the baddest 6 men for the Mavericks in Maverick history. He was one of the key components or key players for the Mavericks back in the 2003-2004 season when we played the San Antonio Spurs in the Western Conference Finals. He was one of the big players that helped us beat the Sacramento Kings that year in the playoffs in the second round. It was probably one of the greatest rounds I've probably ever seen in Maverick history. He was, like I said, was a killer. He was very clutch. When we picked him up in the Rafe LaFrench trade, everybody thought that it was going to be all about Rafe LaFrench. They thought that Nick Van Axel was just a throw-in. Nah, it was all about Nick Van Axel. Like I said, one of the greatest 6 men in Maverick history, man. He's still loved here in Dallas now. As a matter of fact, I think he still lives here in Dallas, but that's my honorable mention. Now, if he's my honorable mention, let's go ahead and get into the rest of these picks I have, guys. So at number 5, I have Brad Davis. He is the first Maverick in Maverick franchise history to have his jersey number retired. He is probably the definition of grind and grit for the Mavericks back in the 80s. He was probably one of the faces of the Mavericks style of play. You still got players like Rolando Blackman and Derek Harper. I know Derek Harper brags about him all the time and talks about how he helped him grow as a player and as a person. Ro Blackman talks about him too, man. He's just the praise that this guy gets. And there's a reason why his jersey was one of the first ones, the first one to be retired for the Mavericks. He is now a color commentator for ESPN's Maverick station. He is definitely one of the greatest point guards in Maverick history, man. Like I said, he was one of the faces of the Mavericks runs in the 80s and on my list of top point guards in Mav history. All right, guys. Speaking of which, of 80s fame, my 4th Maverick point guard of all time is Derek Harper. As y'all know, y'all probably think of Derek Harper on television. Now listen, Derek Harper was one of the greatest defensive point guards of all time. He is the reason why they had to change the rules of the hand check. He was very physical, especially in a time where physical was in. Like now, you can damn near walk to the basket now, man, without being touched. Derek Harper wasn't having that. He went to the Knicks after leaving Dallas. Then he went back to Dallas, and then he went to the dreaded Lakers. We don't want to talk about the Lakers at that time. But yeah, so he had 2 stints with the Dallas Mavericks. But yes, he is one of the greatest Mavericks of all time. Also got his jersey retired here a couple years now, right? Well, maybe a few years ago. Like I said, one of the greatest point guards in Mavs history, one of the best defenders in NBA history. He does not get a lot of respect. I mean, there's former players who give him respect and love on that, but I don't think a lot of people give him notoriety on that, man. He definitely needs that. So like I said, my 4th point guard of all time is Derek Harper. All right, guys, this is where it's going to really get real. So my 3rd point guard in Mavs franchise history is Steve Nash. I mean, what can I say about Steve Nash? Now, listen, before I get into it, I know a lot of people, when I say Steve Nash, think of the Phoenix Suns Steve Nash. which to be fair, I understand. But a lot of people don't understand that Steve Nash started going into that trajectory of being that Steve Nash with the Dallas Mavericks. He's the one player that, still to this very day, Mark Cuban regrets letting go. When he left, I'm not going to lie to you, I was upset. I really wanted to keep Steve Nash. I really wanted to keep that big three together. I thought that Dallas always got so close with that team. But I guess, as y'all know, the rest was history. We ended up going to the finals that next year. So, I mean, I guess it did work out for us. But I would have loved to have kept Steve Nash to try to find a way to, put a better team around Dallas, the big three of Dirk, Finley, and Nash, to try to get a championship with that team. But as Steve ended up going on to the Phoenix Suns that offseason, won 2 MVPs with them. Used to torch the Mavericks when he played for Phoenix, and I hated it. We ended up getting Jason Terry to kind of take his place. At first, Dirk wasn't really cool with that, but it tended to grow on him. Of course, as y'all know, we won a championship back in 2011, and Steve Nash really never won a championship. I think the furthest he's been to was the Western Conference Finals. He never got to the finals, but still one of the greatest point guards in NBA history. He is now a Hall of Famer. He coaches the Brooklyn Nets, as y'all know, but he is and will always be my top 5, one of my top 5 favorite point guards in Mavs history at number 3. All right, guys, and at number 2, we got your Dallas Maverick coach right now. Got Jason Kidd. Listen, Jason Kidd is my favorite all-time point guard of all time. I think y'all have heard me and others talk about Jason Kidd so many times. Any team this dude has touched, he's made better. Wasn't known for shooting until later on in his career. Now he's like number 5 all time in 3-point percentage. Three-point shooting. And so, just to go to show you, man, how great this dude was, man. He waited to the end of, even at the end of his career, his 3-point shooting got better. Was one of the greatest assists, man. Matter of fact, I think he's number 2 all time in assists behind John Stockton. I don't think anybody's catching John Stockton, by the way, especially in today's game where it's so spaced out and so many teams want multiple ball handlers on their team. I don't see anybody catching John Stockton. But yeah, Jason Kidd was known for assists, and he's only at number 2 by like 5,000 or 4,000 assists off. That's crazy. But for the Mavericks, he had 2 stints, as y'all guys know. He had played with the 3Js in the mid-90s. Then, of course, he went off to Phoenix. We was traded to Phoenix and then traded to New Jersey and then later traded to the Mavericks, which is where he came and he helped elevate the Mavericks to a championship in 2011. He is now a Hall of Famer, too. Him and Nash went in at the same time. And now, as y'all know, he is our coach. So there you go. My favorite point guard of all time, Jason Kidd at number 2. All right, guys. Now, this last player is going to probably be a little controversial, but I'm going to explain, so please do not kill me. My number 1 point guard in Maverick history is Luka Doncic. Now, I know y'all are going to be killing me, telling me, oh, he's a small forward or he's a shooting guard. Listen, he has the responsibility of playing the point guard, setting players up. He's the one who brings the ball up. He has all of the point guard responsibilities, which means he is a point guard. Now, I know a lot of y'all saying he hasn't won anything yet. Jason Kidd won a ring. It should be Jason Kidd. If you go on pure talent, none of these guys I named off on the list are touching Luka when it comes to pure talent. This dude could be, right now, the most talented Maverick of all time. Could be the most talented Maverick of all time. You have players like Dirk, who's been praising this kid and saying that he could even be better than him. I think he might be a better player than Dirk, even when Dirk came into the league. Now, young Dirk was a beast. If y'all don't know, YouTube. But right now, the way Luka controls the game in all facets of the game, he can score, but he also can facilitate. He leads his team in assists. With that, he is a point guard. And I'm just looking based off of this dude's projections. This boy's going to be a problem. I think y'all already know that. he can arguably go down as not only the best point guard in Maverick history, but he would go down as the greatest player in basketball history. Now in Maverick history. That can be debated. I know. You got the whole Dirk thing. I know he hasn't won a championship first to kind of be in that conversation, but he's definitely on his way. But that's going to be my list, guys. I want to thank y'all for rocking with me on this video here on the We Talk Mavs video. With that being said, guys, please like and subscribe to our channel, guys. There will be more Maverick videos. I'm going to try to drop some more of my top fives. And if some more Mavs news drop here, it could be us signing Gordon Dragic or us signing one of the 3 players that the Mavericks worked out. Anything. We're going to drop a video for you guys, giving y'all our 2 cents. Please like and subscribe to the channel, like I said, guys. Also, please comment down below what's your top 5. Was my top 5 way off? Should Luka be number 1? Should Luka not even be on the list? Why don't y'all go ahead and let me know. And with that being said, guys, it is your boy Real, and I appreciate y'all guys rocking with me. I'll catch y'all again soon.